I built a budget wrist-mounted flamethrower to cook world-class desserts and to compare it with other similar appliances, as well as taking care of some other miscellaneous activities. Bear with me for a second. It's not as crazy as it sounds. A couple weeks back, I wanted to make this French dessert called crème brûlée. And for those of you that know, you need to caramelize the top layer of sugar. Do I know what that means? Hell no. But what I do know is that the blowtorches needed for it are either really expensive or really slow. So you and I have probably come to the same conclusion. Build a flamethrower. Better yet, strap it onto your arm so you can burn your house down easier. Shut up, dumbass. For this to work, all you need is some fuel, something to light it, and a control system that can release the fuel and light it at the same time, creating a big flame. Or Vietnam flashbacks. For the fuel source, I'm going to be using canned butane because it doesn't require an adapter to release the gas and it's dirt cheap, just like me. Now, traditionally, you would use a typical store-bought lighter as the ignition system, right? But making fire with more fire is kind of cringe. If only there was an alternative that we can use instead. Oh, hello, arc lighter. Goodbye, arc lighter. We needed to take it apart to slap some wires onto it and connect a shitty little button to the end of those slapped wires to act as a switch so we can control the arc lighter at a further distance. At this point, I know what you're all thinking. We have the fuel source. We have a controllable ignition system. But how are we going to release the gas in a controllable way, like I showed you in that cute animation? Which took way too long again, by the way. Hang on a second, what's that right there? Hang on a second, what's right there? Let's just get a closer zoom in on that. Oh, would you look at that? It's all the components that we need to make this flamethrower. It's almost like I 3D printed everything already. And that's exactly what I did for the low price of €5. And printing went fine. Everything worked as intended. Well, except for how long it took to print all the components and me being a dumbass and not checking the bed adhesion, which led to the formation of this unfortunate little ledge, combined with a design error meant that the parts don't fit as I intended them to, which then led to a 2-hour sanding session, but it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. You're wasting your time, you're never gonna make it, idiot. But it's all good because I have a working gas system now, baby. Let me show you how this works. So you just pull this handle down, which will push this back plate, which will push the gas, which will release the... You get the idea. It's a very basic contraption, but it just works so well. With everything working individually, I assembled the flamethrower and brought it outside to see if it would work all together. This is just going to be a quick test. I have everything set up here. Just realized I don't have a microphone on, so the audio is probably going to be shit. Sorry about that. We're going to give this a try now. And hopefully not set my bin on fire. Let's see. Fuck. That's so cool. After seeing firsthand how dangerous it was, the only appropriate response was to strap it onto my own arm and give it a go myself. So it can produce a flame. But does the flame have any power? To test that, all we need to do is find something that we can burn. And after days of searching, I finally found these dead tree branches that I totally didn't cut and leave out to dry for a few days for this video. But regardless, it was time to introduce it to man's greatest invention, fire. And honestly, I was surprised to see how well this flamethrower did. In fact, I think it enjoyed the glaze so much that it even tried to burn me a few times. Our flamethrower can produce a flame, and the flame has power, and it also has the tendency to set the user on fire sometimes. All great design aspects in the ideal flamethrower, but it was time to put it to the ultimate test. Can this flamethrower caramelize the top of a crème brûlée? But first we need to bake it. All you need to make crème brûlée are these 4 basic ingredients and some ramekins. We're going to start off by separating the yellows from the whites. I mean the yolks from the... Next up, just add sugar and beat gently. At the same time, heat the double cream, stir it, and add a splash of vanilla. Once it simmers, mix everything together and pour into your ramekins before sending that shit into the oven. After it's finished baking, give it a quick jiggle test before finally placing it into the fridge for... wait, 4 hours? Damn! Good evening, sir.
Yes?
How was your meal? It was excellent, thank you. That's great to hear. Here's the dessert menu. Experimental. What? tough choice. I guess I'll go with the crème brulee. Excellent choice, sir. Excellent choice. You heard the man. It's our time to shine! We only got one shot at this, so I prepared the crème brulee and readied the flamethrower to see if I could actually caramelize the sugar. And here are the results. A little underwhelming, yes, I agree. But hear me out. I can only use the flamethrower for about 5 seconds because I didn't want to set the entire kitchen on fire. And the flamethrower itself sustained quite a bit of damage. You can see that the plastic started to melt and deform here. Also, the wire for the gas releasing mechanism burnt away. And a part of the welding glove actually caught on fire. You can see parts where the plastic melted on top of it as well. Despite all of that, it didn't impact the taste at all. In fact, I happily devoured that shit. I then tested it against a store-bought blowtorch, and that thing was taking well over a minute to get a decent result as well. So if we take all these factors into account, including the fact that it's for a YouTube video, I say that it's quite successful. I'll give it a 10 out of 10 for aesthetics and a 5 out of 10 for function, but it's still better than a store-bought blowtorch. That dessert's not coming, huh?